Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the pre-game show for tonight's game, Chelsea versus Everton. Don't normally do this. I'm normally at the games. Unfortunately, can't make this one tonight. I will be at the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley on Saturday, and I will be at the Emirates, and I will be at Villa Park as well. So just missing this one tonight. Disappointed to not be there as always. You know, it's great to be there, cheer the boys on, but I'll be doing it from home. But yeah, guys, there's a lot to get into pre-game. You know, we could a few tactical things to discuss, few bits and pieces to go through. The lie of the land. Chelsea have exercised an option to extend Enzo Fernandez and and Mikhailo Mudryk's contracts by a further year. We'll dive into that. We'll dive into the defensive side of things. Pochettino has been talking about how Chelsea lack the balls to win games, even though they've got the talent there. So yeah, there's plenty to get into, guys. Plenty to get into. Chelsea potentially have been rumoured to be interested in Dani Olmo from RB Leipzig, who looks like he's going to be making a move at the end of the season. There's all sorts of stuff to get into. It's a huge night. It's a big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Let's check out the lie of the land then heading into tonight's game. And it's been another favourable weekend in terms of teams in the race for Europe dropping points. Obviously, Newcastle smashed Spurs, which was unfortunate for us, or fortunate for us as well in a sense. But Brighton dropped points to Burnley. We're now level on points with them, having played 2 games less. West Ham lost to Fulham with 4 points behind them, having played 3 games less than them. We're now 6 points behind Man United. They didn't win. They obviously drew 2-2 with Bournemouth, and we've got 2 games in hand on them. Plus, we are 6 points also behind Newcastle with 2 games in hand. We've got an inferior goal difference to Newcastle, but a superior goal difference to Man United. And you just look at it, and it's this sort of shit is so frustrating because we should have 4 more points on the board right now. We should never have lost to 10-man Burnley drew to 10-man Burnley at Stamford Bridge, and we should never have thrown away that game against Sheffield United at Bramall Lane. So we should have 4 points more. We should be sitting on 48 points now. 2 points behind Man United and Newcastle with 2 games in hand, and we should be in 6th place. Like that's the reality of the situation, guys. We should be 6th, but for whatever reason, for reasons unknown to myself, we decide to constantly sabotage ourselves, shoot ourselves in the foot, and conceive to mess up every possible opportunity to take advantage of the teams above us and get ourselves into a solid position to qualify for Europe. But the lie of the land, despite our best efforts to ruin it, we are still in with a chance. Yes, it's only 2 wins in our last 5. 3 draws have come in that time as well. 2 against the 2 shittest teams in the league, which is not great from our perspective. But yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. I'd love to say that we'll finish 6th, but having seen the last few games, yes, the last grass win against Man United was superb, brilliant to be there and whatnot, and brilliant to see us do that and end that streak of having not won against them in the league since 2017. But the reality is, our last 3 games, it's not been great from us. We didn't play particularly well against Man United for large parts of that game. We didn't play that well against Burnley, and we didn't play very well against Sheffield United either. So I don't have any trust in this team from what I've seen with Arsenal coming up, Villa. We've still got to play Tottenham at home. We've still got to go to Brighton. We've still got to play West Ham, etc. I don't really have the confidence in this team that we can get the points on the board required to finish 6th. Let's see what we can do. I mean, it's looking less and less likely that 5th place is going to be a Champions League spot. So if we want to play Europa League, we're going to need to finish in 5th or 6th place. We're not going to finish 5th, so we're going to need to finish 6th. That's the reality of the situation. But it's also, just on another note, it's also fantastic to see a new leader at the top of the Premier League, Man City back on top of the pile, thanks to a spectacular Sunday yesterday with Arsenal and Liverpool both imploding and losing home games and seemingly ruining their title chances in proceedings. It's always brilliant to see that. But yeah, guys, big up everyone in there. 25 locked in so far. Make sure you're smashing that like button. It's free. It takes seconds to do. We've got to run these likes up. Got to get to 50 likes as quickly as possible, people. So keep smashing that like button. What we got here? Chelsea wants to get any European football for next season. This is must win. Agreed. Yep. We're going to get into that. Means Mudryk and Enzo will stay here then. Yeah, more than likely. Chelsea need to get back into Champions League because we can't keep selling academy players. We do need to get there as quickly as possible. Yes, big up, big up. Can we all take a moment and laugh at the empty Emirates Stadium yesterday? Yeah. This always happens, you know. As soon as something goes wrong, the fans down tools. They don't support the team and they just leave. And that has an effect. But yeah, an Arsenal bottle job just hits differently. It's a fantastic feeling. I know we're struggling and not doing well, but you know, Arsenal having their two best seasons in 20 odd years, us having our two worst seasons, and we're going to end up with either winning more trophies than them or on the same amount of trophies, a big fat zero. No, I'm not going to the game tonight. I'm not able to make it tonight. A few work things to do. So can't make it. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I'll be at Wembley and I'll be at Villa Park. I'll be at the Emirates and all that. So yeah, plenty of match day content to come. Yes, big up, brother. Hope you enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the game. Maybe we might win if I'm not there. I mean, to be fair, we've won a few games when I have been there. So let's wait and see. Yes, big up, my guy. Hope you're doing well. No, not ill. Sacrificial weekend. We have to be locked in. We do have to be locked in. I mean, we've had our fun yesterday. Now we don't want it back on us if we can't take advantage of the fact that that other teams have slipped up. 6 points more should have been. Yeah, but I mean more recently. I mean, we can go back a long way and say we should have won this game, should have won that game. But the reality of the situation is clear as day. If we were half serious and we had even half a defensive structure rather than none, we would be in sixth place. We're not in sixth place because we can't score goals and we can't attack. We're in sixth place because we can't see games out and we're just leaking goals for fun at the back. That's the reality of the situation. That is where we're at right now. And let's hope that can stop today. Yes, big up. Bro, I hope you're right. I just can't see it right now for the reasons I've said. Yes, big up, Nick. Hope you're doing well, bro. Let's hope so, man. I don't even care. Destroy, just win. Just win for me. Yes, big up. Yeah, of course. I think if he comes top 6 and we don't win anything, I think he stays another season regardless. Whether people agree with that or not, that is the reality for me. We would overtake West Ham because of goal difference. No, we wouldn't because it's 3 points for a win, not 4. Must ruin Arsenal title party next week. Yeah, there'll be plenty of that. Emirates, one of my favourite aways of the season because we get to banter Arsenal for bottling the title. That's always good fun. Always good fun. Yeah, bro, get that coat on. You just got, mate, you need to play the long game. You can always take it off. If you don't have it, you're fucked. Swings and roundabouts when we look at dropped points during the whole season. Yeah, absolutely. Fair point on that. Yes, it is swings and roundabouts. There's no denying it. We've had multiple opportunities to get more points on the board this season, and we haven't been able to get the job done. But regardless, the facts are there. 6th place is still in our hands, and you have to have some sort of belief that we can do it. But I've got to be honest, from what I've seen in recent weeks and over the course of the season, I don't believe this team has got what it takes to get the amount of points we need on the board over these last 7 or 8 games to finish 6th, even though it's opened up for us and even though the opportunity is in our own hands. It's a win for everyone. It's a win for everyone in football. Best striker ever. What is in common with an icicle in North London? Both are known to melt by April. Yep. They certainly are. There's so much coming in, guys. I'll get to as much of it as I can. We need Everton set piece goals. That could happen. No one's celebrating 6th place, but we care about 6th place at this point in time because it means Europa League football, and that's the best that we can do. So this season, so that's what we want. We're not celebrating 6th place. If we can get 6th place, great, because that's the best that we can possibly do, given our position right now. But no one's set out to finish 6th as the aim for the season. You aim to finish as high as you can. It's not been a great season. And if we can somehow salvage the best possible outcome from it, then that is what we need to do, people. That is what we need to do. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see, and that's part of the problem. You've got no idea what you're going to see from this Chelsea. I probably expect maybe a decent start, get a goal, step off, miss a few chances, give a stupid mistake up, Everton score. We're on the back foot, and that tends to be how the games have been going at this point in time. That's just how it's been, people. Unfortunately. By the way, people, 50 people in the building, only 17 likes. What are we doing? What's going on here, guys? This is poor conversion rate. Poor conversion rate. We need to up those likes, people. Let's get this to 50 likes as quickly as possible. Keep smashing that like button. Please hit the subscribe button as well. But get the likes up most importantly, guys, because it really helps out with the YouTube algorithm, gets more eyes on the channel. It boosts the content in the algorithm. It's free, and I would really, really appreciate it. So please do smash that like button, guys. Give the stream a thumbs up. There are no signs. Like, FFP's not coming for us. You can look at the accounts. They're all out there. With the figures that have been published, we passed the PSR rules. So, yeah, unlucky for you. 1-1 draw. I can see that happening. I can really see that. There are no signs that we can finish 6th or 7th. Look at our games. We can't win 3 games in a row. I mean, to be honest, the consistency is a major issue because we have only won back-to-back league games twice this season. That is a problem. Games coming up, I agree with you. But then in a strange sort of way, I expect us to do better and get more points against the likes of your Arsenals, your Villas, your Tottenhams and stuff, rather than against the likes of your Burnleys and your Sheffield United. And that's just the way this team is right now. Do I think Casadei is going to start? No, I don't think Casadei is going to start. I'd be shocked if he did. He's barely featured, so I can't see him starting. To be perfectly honest, I don't see that happening. That's just my thoughts on the matter. Our only hope is FA Cup final. Yeah, your only hope is the FA Cup final. You guys are, I mean, you've ahead of us in the table somehow because you just have a few more match winners in the team. But the football Man United play is absolutely shocking. Some of the worst football in the league, 100%. But let's move away from the league table. But a win tonight, I mean, we stay 9th, but we'd close the gap to West Ham to a point. We'd close the gap to 3 points on Newcastle and Man United above us, and we would have games in hand on both of those sides as well, with a better goal difference than Man United, but an inferior goal difference to Newcastle. Yes, I would like Chukwuemeka to start tonight. Can I see it happening? I'm a little bit unsure, but yeah, would absolutely really, really like to see Chukwuemeka starting tonight. He's got the ability, he's got the talent. We look a better team when he's on the field. So yeah, big fan of that. Ten Hag's getting sacked. Look, Poch's not done a great job, but in fairness, like I think he'll be. I think he'll be here next season unless we don't qualify for Europe at all. And let's see what he builds upon. Ten Hag came in and he's got worse this season. Let's see if Pochettino can improve next season if he's given the chance to still be here. But let's move away from the Premier League table and the lie of the land, and let's dive into a few facts ahead of tonight's game. Everton are without a win in 28 league visits to Stamford Bridge, stretching back 30 years. So Everton haven't won at Stamford Bridge for 30 years. I don't really want to reel these facts off because you sort of feel like it's got an Everton 1-0 win or something written all over it. But Everton have not won at Stamford Bridge for over 30 years. No, that is correct. That is correct. My best day so far today was seeing my manager, which is an Arsenal fan, and telling him that we have more chance of winning a trophy. Yeah, always good, always good. Nonny. No, Southgate. You man might get Southgate, You man might end up with Southgate. Somewhat hopeful for today. Not sure why after Sheffield United and Burnley. Yeah, it's always the hope that kills you. You always have a little bit of hope, even though there's no rational thought process behind any of the hope. You still hang on to a little bit of hope that we can get the job done. I mean, having said that, at home, we are much, much improved. We've only lost once since October at home. That was the 4-2 defeat to Wolves. Yes, there's been a few draws in there, but generally speaking, the home form has definitely been something that has improved a lot this season, and it's something that's needed to improve because the home form in general has just been absolutely shocking, over the last few years. So that has to be taken as somewhat of a positive from this season, is that the home form has definitely improved. But Everton haven't won for 30 years at Stamford Bridge. Obviously, last season we had the 2-2 draw, Ellis Sims scoring the equaliser right at the end, Koulibaly making a right hash of things. I remember that still haunts me. That still get flashbacks to it. I was sat behind the goal where obviously he just slotted it in. It's it's not what you want, people. It absolutely is not what you want there. No, I never said Everton was going to be easy. I'm not sure. You must be watching with the volume off or something. I've never said Everton's going to be easy. There are no easy games in the Premier League, and we don't make anything easy for ourselves whatsoever. Everton not won for 30 years at Stamford Bridge. And what other facts? There's a few more. There's a bit more. I mean, let's dive into the defensive side of things, because right now, I mean, there are some alarming defensive stats. Chelsea are the first top flight side to both score and concede at least 2 goals in 7 consecutive matches in all competitions since Aston Villa in 1930. That is a shambles. That's got to stop. And I've said it many times before. It's not sustainable to keep doing what we're doing. If you're having to score 2 or 3 goals per game minimum to even give yourself a chance of getting a point, you're in for a long day. You're in for a long, long day, because you're not going to pick up many points and you're not going to win many games of football doing that. That is the reality of the situation, people. That's got to stop tonight. First port of call is win the game, of course. Second port of call, though, is to make sure that we concede less than 2 goals, because right now, we cannot keep going on like this, conceding 2 goals. What is it, 8 or 9 games in a row now that we've shipped 2 or more goals? Everton aren't even really that big goal scorers. So, look, they haven't got that many threats in their team either. So, yeah, I'm expecting... I don't know what I'm expecting, to be brutally honest. I'm expecting us to just look like competent defenders at the back. Actually look like professional football players and not look like Sunday league people that have just rolled out from an all-nighter in the pub, drunk, hungover. That's the level of defending that we've been doing this season. I hope so. Yes, big up, mate. I hope you're doing well. I'm not sure about that. Calvert-Lewin, I think, has fallen off a bit. Beto's not been great. Yes, big up, mate. Big up. The attack has improved since last season, but the defense is shocking. Yeah, we've basically swapped. The defense was pretty good last season. The attack was shocking. Now we've just swapped it, and it's the other way around. Not confident Everton are good on set pieces. They are good on set pieces. Sean Dyche, Brexit balls into the box, big geezers on the pitch, physical presence. You know how it is. Everton low block. Yeah, you would think so. The best scenario is win the game tonight, a confident win, and go full in on Saturday against the team, which will be very tight. Yeah, the thing is, you can't rely on City. Just got that extra bit, the squad depth. They've just got everything about them. They're a team that comes alive at this stage of the season. I've enough Chelsea players being mid-table. Agreed. Yes, big in, mate. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support from everyone. Big yourself up. Thank you very much. They got physical players. I mean, Amadou Onana, I think is a very gifted footballer in the midfield there. Doucouré is strong physical power. Even Jimmy Garner in there as well, ex-Man United midfield player. There's a basis of a good midfield there. And too many times this season, Chelsea have lost the midfield battle in too many games. And we really can't afford to be losing the midfield battle tonight. The midfield battle is going to be key, like it is in a lot of games. And you simply cannot afford to be losing the midfield battle. That is the problem, people. Yeah, of course there will be. Of course there will be. I'll be live after the game as well. Coming live and direct with match reaction after the games. We've got 2 live streams today. Just give City the title now. Dwight McNeil. Yeah, McNeil's on his day. Good. Yeah. I agree with you, Ace Lux. Carney needs to be in a starting lineup. Whether he's going to be in the starting lineup or not is an entirely different question. But yeah, I agree that he certainly needs to be in there. No doubt about it, people. No doubt about it. Let's move away from that shocking stat and let's move on to another one. When we haven't actually kept a clean sheet now for 13 games. 13 games in all competitions. Chelsea are without a clean sheet in 13 consecutive games in all competitions, conceding 27 goals during that run, which is, an average of just over 2 per game, which is what we've been going on about. Tonight, whether it's going to be, whether it's going to be Chalobah and Silva, whether it's going to be Badia Ashir at the back, it doesn't really matter at this point in time what combination of players it is at the back. We just seem incapable of defending as a proper defensive unit. I don't know why that is. It's not like these are bad individual players. I just think, the structure's not correct at the back. The organization's lacking. Maybe the leadership's lacking. Perhaps the midfield's too open. There's a lot of things that are contributing to why we are so poor defensively. But there's a reason why we're struggling to win games of football this season. And it's not because we don't score enough goals. It's because we cannot keep goals out at the other end. And if you can't keep goals out at the other end, you're not going to win many games of football. That is the reality of the situation at this point in time. That's where we're at, people. I mean, I don't know what's happened to us defensively. To have a goal difference of +3 after 30 games in the Premier League for a team like Chelsea is just pathetic. It really is. I know United is a lot worse, but yeah, it's just an absolute shambles. I don't think it's anything to do with recruitment or whatever. I think it's down to a lack of coaching. I think it's down to at times a lack of quality on the pitch, a lack of concentration. We've conceded a lot of goals this season from individual mistakes. There's also the fact that we have got no idea what we're doing when it comes to set pieces, a lack of a set piece specialist, a lack of any, clear, authoritative instructions at set pieces. What exactly are we being told to do at set plays from a defensive point of view? Because the amount of times that I've seen balls go into the box and players have free headers and are unmarked in dangerous areas is countless times. And it happens again and again and again. And it never seems to get rectified. And no one seems to learn from the mistakes that are being made. It's beggars belief. I just don't understand it. I really, really, really don't understand it at all. I don't get what's going on. It's all a shambles at the end of the day. It really is. And you just got to hope tonight that we can get a few. Look, I'll be honest. If we're going to win tonight, we need a minimum of. We're going to have to score at least 2 goals, maybe 3, if we want to guarantee that we're going to win the game tonight. Because we're so fragile at the back, Everton big players. That's a worry. Strength, height, power, good at set pieces. They're going to put balls into the box. We're going to be tested, and more often than not this season, when it comes to being tested with balls into the box and set pieces and physical sides, we have come up short. We have absolutely come up short. That is the reality of the situation, guys. So let's hope that we can sort of pull our finger out our asses and actually somehow defend to a competent level. What's been going on in the chat? Should start Mudryk with Noni on the wings, Jackson and behind Palmer. Problem is, I'd rather start Mudryk centrally, Palmer and Noni out wide, because Palmer is much better when he plays on the right-hand side. When he goes centrally, he's definitely not as effective as when he plays on the right-hand side. He played centrally against Sheffield United, and he had one of his most ineffective games for a while. So, yeah, for me, that's not what you want from him. You need it. He needs to play on that right-hand side. You play your best players in your best positions, and Palmer plays on that right-hand side. The rest have to fit around it. I'd play Mudryk in the 10 and Noni on the left, although I would like Chukwuemeka to start. Maybe Chukwuemeka could start in a pivot alongside Caicedo potentially. I don't know if that's an option. I mean, I doubt that's going to happen, but there's certainly a chance. Carney in the 10 would be good. Not lost at home to Everton. Look, we have to go in feeling confident, but the reality is there's not really much to base that confidence off. No, I just think there's a lack of experience and there's too many players that aren't ready to perform at the required level right now. That's just the reality. Yeah, Jared Branthwaite is good. A good player, good defender. Someone that I highly doubt is going to be at Everton next season. That's the reality of the situation, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be an interesting one tonight, guys. It is. I don't know how we're going to fare. Again, we've got a couple of players walking a tightrope, and we really need them to be on their best behaviour tonight. Moises Caicedo and Nicholas Jackson are both on 9 bookings. You've got to get to the end of the Arsenal game without a booking to avoid a 2-game ban. So they need to get through tonight, and they need to get through the game at the Emirates a week Tuesday, and then those bookings are gone. We really cannot afford, at this key stage of the season, with still a lot to play for, despite what people say, we cannot afford to be without 2 key players. Caicedo perhaps wouldn't be as big a miss as Jackson because there's a bit more cover there. But if we were to be without Nicholas Jackson for Arsenal and Aston, if any of these guys get booked tonight, by the way, they missed the Arsenal game and they missed the Villa game, 2 massive away games. And if we were to be without either of them is not ideal, but to be without Nicholas Jackson would be a big problem, given Amanda Broja's gone on loan to Fulham. Christopher Nkunku is just been injured pretty much the whole season. There are no other options at centre forward to play down the middle. We don't want to see Cole Palmer as the false 9. It doesn't work. It upsets the balance of the team. It doesn't get the best out of him. And he's our best player, so he needs to be playing in his best position. Jackson being missing for 2 games at this point in time, and 2 massive games in Arsenal and Aston Villa, would be a major problem and would force quite a big reshuffle, given there are no other centre-forward options there. Unless we go with David Washington, of course, who Pochettino famously said in a press conference a while back, don't forget David Washington. And has he made a squad since then? Maybe 1 or 2, but he's certainly not seen any minutes on the pitch. So Nicholas Jackson missing would be a major, major blow. It would be a major blow. But yeah, these guys, just keep your heads. No rash tackles, no chatting back to the ref, no poor discipline. Because we need these guys available for the big games which are coming up. We have to get them on board. Simply have to get these guys on board for the big games coming up. Because, as I say, look, Caicedo, if he were to be missing, there are a few options there. Gallagher goes there or whatever, but it's not the same as having Caicedo there. You do need your best players on the pitch. And to be without these 2 guys when we're already stretched and we've got big games coming up, it would be a disaster. So, guys, please keep your heads. Don't do anything stupid. And I think if we're in a position where the game is looking like it's done and these guys haven't been booked yet, get these guys off to take that jeopardy away. That's the reality. Guys, 73 in the building. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Only 30 likes, though, guys. Come on. There's loads of you in it that's not smashed that like button. So please smash the like button. Get those likes up. We need to get this to 50 likes as quickly as possible. It massively helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff. So please do just hit that thumbs up button. It helps out more than you could ever imagine. It's free and it takes you guys seconds to do. So if you've not done it, why not get to do it? Hit that thumbs up button. And yeah, the more people that hit it, the more likely that we're going to win the game. So if you want to win tonight, make sure you smash that like. When is Nkunku coming back? That's the question that everyone would love to know the answer to. And no one knows. I wouldn't expect him to be back this season, if I'm being brutally honest. What's the point now? What is the point now? I don't know. He's still at Everton. He's been injured. He's been injured for a long, long time. But yeah, it is a shame. He's such a talented boy. Such a talented boy. If we win today, we lose next week, or vice versa. I mean, that seems to be the way that things have been going recently, which is not ideal. It's an absolute must win. Our next 2 games are Villa and Arsenal away. Well, mate, the last 3 or 4 games have been must win, and we've only won 1 of them. Arsenal and Villa away. Strangely enough, I fancy us more against Arsenal and Villa than I did against Burnley and Sheffield United. That's the reality of the situation that we do find ourselves in, people. It is a strange one where you fancy us more against the better sides and you don't really fancy us against the sides that in reality we actually should be beating. I'm very confident about our Manchester City game, though. I feel reasonably confident about that City game on Saturday. I'm looking forward to being back at Wembley again. It's going to be a great occasion as always. Let's see what happens. But yeah, let's get through tonight's game first. But I do feel a strange sense of confidence in that. I also hear you on that. I don't want to see Reece James. I don't want to see Nkunku until pre-season and next season. At best, last game of the season at home to Bournemouth. If we've qualified for Europe or whatever it might be, then yeah, let's give them maybe a few minutes here and there. To be fair, you can play a hand in that as well, but you probably haven't got it in you to beat City in a final again if it ends up being a Manchester derby final for the second consecutive season, which hopefully it won't be. Hopefully it won't be that, but we will have to wait and see, people. So yeah, we need that to be that's vital that these two don't get booked. Discipline has been a major issue this season. We've seen the likes of Reece James, Conor Gallagher, Malagusto be sent off. Players picking up a lot of bookings. Jackson, 9 bookings as a centre forward kind of highlights the lack of discipline that we have had at the club this season. Bro, could you imagine that? Could you imagine a Chelsea-Coventry final? Do you know what will happen, though, right? You could picture that happening, right? We somehow pull off the win against City, and then do you know what happens? Coventry beat Man United, and then somehow we transpire to fuck the final up against Coventry, and we end up losing both domestic cup finals. That is, I could see that happening. I could see that happening. You just never know. By the way, guys, a little bit of early team news. Axel Disasi has been confirmed officially out of tonight's game. That's Nathan Gissin reporting that. Axel Disasi will not be playing tonight. He is missing. I think we sort of knew that anyway. But yeah, Disasi now confirmed as out for tonight's game at Stamford Bridge. There will be no Axel Disasi. So it's likely to be Chalobah and Thiago Silva. I think they will continue along those lines. But yeah, let's move away from those guys. Let's move forward to a little bit of contract news, guys, because what's better than that? What's better than a little bit of contract news? And apparently today, in an article from the Czar Kancela, Chelsea have exercised options to extend Enzo Fernandez and Mykhailo Mudryk's long contracts into their 30s. Enzo's only 22 and Mudryk's 23. These deals are long, Like, people do less time for crimes than these men have got on their contracts. But yeah, they've exercised options to extend the pair's contracts. Fernandez has got 8 years left on his deal now, which runs until 2032. And Mudryk's will now run until 2031. Let's see if there's any juicy details in this. Are there any juicy details in the article on this? Chelsea have exercised options to extend Enzo Fernandez and Mykhailo Mudryk's long contracts. Yep. Enzo will be 31 when his contract expires, and Mudryk will be 30 at the end of his. It remains unclear why Chelsea exercised the options to extend the deals with so much time still to run on them. And then it adds on Lewis Hall also had his contract extended last season, but joined Newcastle on a season-long loan deal. And that deal will be made permanent for £28 million this summer. The FA released data on Fernandez, Mudryk and Hall as part of their annual agent payments report last week. That report also showed Chelsea paid a record £75.1 million on agents' fees over the 12-month period to February of this year. Man City shelled out £60.6 million, having topped the charts last year of £51.5 million. United were the next highest at 34, followed by Liverpool 31.5 and Arsenal 24.7. So yeah, I don't know. That is a good question. Why? I mean, look, there's so long left on these guys' contracts. It's not really to protect their value, I don't think, or anything along those lines. So why have we decided to exercise the option to extend their contracts by a further year when they've still got so long to run on them? It doesn't really make sense. How old's Enzo now? Enzo right now is 22 years of age. So yeah, or he might be 23. He's either 22 going on 23 or he's already 23. One of those two. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an interesting one, that, isn't it? I don't understand. The deals are so long anyway. These guys have got plenty, left to prove in their Chelsea careers. So why? And there's plenty of time to show it. Why would they? Why would they be exercising that deal now? I don't know if it's. I'm wondering if it's some sort of a smart accounting thing they're trying to play here for whatever reason, in terms of maybe they've extended it so they've got an extra year to pay to amortize the cost of the transfers over. I wonder if there's some sort of clever kind of financial meaning behind it potentially. I mean, I don't see that. I mean, could that could be the case? I mean, could it be something like that? I'm not really sure. If Chelsea boys start playing really well, this will secure players and make it very difficult for teams to buy them. Yeah, look, obviously it secures players 100%. Financially, it makes sense as well in terms of amortization. And it also will mean that if Chelsea decide that they want to sell these players, or any of these players decide they want to leave, they can absolutely command a large fee for them, given the length of contract and the contract security that they've got. So yeah, it is what it is. Yes, big up Nick. Won't be at the game tonight. Unfortunately, missing this one. But as I said, I'll be at Wembley, I'll be at the Emirates, and I'll be at Villa Park. The next three big ones coming up. So yeah, unfortunately, got to miss this one. But out of the upcoming games, to miss Everton at home it's not a complete disaster, people. It's not a complete disaster. It really isn't. Amanda Bray will be back at Chelsea this summer. Yeah, he will be, but he won't be staying here long. We need to get rid of him. I mean, the Fulham loan's been an absolute disaster. That was meant to increase his transfer value and put him in the shop window. Instead, it's decreased it and probably put the blinds half down on the shop window, because it's been an absolute shambles for him. No, unfortunately, not going to the match tonight. Exactly. It's all about good marketing strategy. Look how we lost Rudiger for free. Yeah, lost Rudiger and Christensen for free. You go back to Mason Mount. That contract should have been extended after the Champions League final. It wasn't. This happens with a number of players. We might be about to repeat the same feat with Conor Gallagher not sorting contracts out, or choosing not to sort contracts out, whatever people want to believe. It is very, very frustrating. There's no denying that. But yeah, those options have been exercised. I don't think Enzo's playing tonight. Let's get him ready for Man City on Saturday. I suspect that Mykhailo Mudryk will feature tonight. Whether he goes back into the starting lineup or not, I don't know. Pochettino rotated him out because he started the last two games. Excuse me. So he gave Mudryk a go. Mudryk, in fairness, probably deserves to start as well. He's had a good impact on games. He came off the bench against Leicester and scored a worldie. He made an impact when he came on against Man United. He also, despite having a mixed game against Sheffield United, he drifted in and out of it. He did come up with a big moment and he scored. And he does come up with those moments. He is getting amongst the goals, semi-regularly right now, which is an important thing. There's no denying that. There really isn't. What else have we got going on here? Exactly. So, they won't bother giving Gallagher, but I don't know. To be fair, the option was already there. They've just activated that option. This is not like a new contract or anything. those were existing clauses in the contracts. There's nothing about it on the Chelsea website or anything. I don't really know why. It doesn't really need to be announced. I'm not sure. No, fair enough. We were so good at loaning players. Yeah, I mean, look, to be fair, some in fairness, praise where it's due. Some loans have been good this season, but there's been a number of loans that have been really, really poor. Looks like they've been not thought through, lack of planning, lack of ideas. This new loans manager that's going to be coming in from Swansea at the end of the season, hopefully, kind of head up a bit of a new look for the loans department. Some loans have been good. Amari Hutchinson's loan to to Ipswich Town in the Championship has been a really good loan. And Angelo to Strasbourg has been okay. Dacia Fofana at Burnley seems to be a bit better. The Union Berlin one wasn't so good. There's been a few success stories, but yeah, generally speaking, the loaning out this season has been dreadful. It really has been poor. There's absolutely no getting away from that, no escaping from it. I really want to see a team without Conor Gallagher and everyone's fit. I agree on that front. We need 3 points today. That would put us 3 points behind United. Yeah, absolutely. We should make good money from Lukaku, Martin and Hall. Yeah, we will do. No, mate, I won't be doing a watch long. No, I'll be watching the game myself, and then I'll be back on live after the game with a match reaction. This is just a little bit of a pre-game show. Thought I'd just jump on a little bit before the game, go through a few bits and pieces, have a chat with you lot about the game, and then I'll be live again afterwards. We need to win so we can get Europa League or Conference League, and of course beat Manchester United because, yeah, we need to. I mean, the fact that we're below Man United is an absolute shambles. It's an insult, quite frankly. And that's just the facts of the situation. But yeah, these contracts have been extended. Don't really know why. There wasn't exactly a rush to extend to activate those clauses and extend them further. But it is what it is. They've got an extra year on their contracts now, and that's that. Today's objective for Chelsea is just to win. Simple as that. Win without the manager being the centre of the discussion. I mean, it's probably going to be impossible, that, because no matter whether we win, lose or draw, the manager is always going to be the centre of discussion with Chelsea fans, or certainly with a lot of Chelsea fans. Let's just win the game and enjoy it if we win the game. That's the reality. I mean, for me, to be honest, guys, tonight is vital in terms of how it sets up the week ahead, because this either sets the tone for a hopeful week where we can, we've got Man City on Saturday, or it reconfirms that perhaps maybe a change does need to happen in the summer. Will I be angry if we don't win tonight? I think I'll be more upset with the fact that we've wasted away another chance when the door's been opened, and then you get told you're negative. No, if we don't win tonight, yeah, I'll be frustrated. Will I be angry? No, I'll be more pissed off and upset with the fact that we would have wasted yet another opportunity to get ourselves into a European position. That's the reality, guys. I'll be more annoyed about that. But you get told you're negative if you say things like that by certain people. It's mad, Basically, people are basically saying don't expect anything from your team. This gaslighting culture that's been going on isn't helping change anyone's views. There's the hypocrisy of current positivity is being told how wonderful the project is, but then being spoilt for expecting to beat teams to beat relegation sides. Like it doesn't make sense, people. It does not make sense. But tonight either sets the tone for the week ahead and the games coming up, or it reaffirms what perhaps does need to happen in the summer. And it just means yet another wasted opportunity. And I'm fed up of this team and this club wasting opportunities to get back into Europe. This, for me, I truly believe is our last chance of European football. If we do not win tonight, guys, we can kiss goodbye to qualifying for Europe. That is the simple reality in my mind. The simple reality, people. We can kiss goodbye to Europe if we don't win tonight. That is my honest opinion. given the games that we've got coming up. Now, could Chelsea surprise me? Yes, they potentially could, and I'd love to be proven wrong. But I think if we don't win tonight, guys, European football is gone. No, I haven't done a predicted lineup. I did that on Friday, but yeah, I mean, I can go through what I probably think it's going to be. If we don't win, we're not getting European football next season. Yeah. I was in the away end for United Chelsea at Stamford Bridge for 3 minutes because I was confused at half time where the Matthew Harding stand was. I mean, bro, I'm not sure how you wouldn't have been able to get in the away end. The Matthew Harding and the away end are right opposite ends of the stadium. This is our last chance because everyone lost this weekend. Yeah, we need to do it, people. We need to do it. If we change the manager, the sporting director needs to go. I don't trust them. Next manager, yeah, I agree. We must beat the teams of Manchester to regain Europe. Another boring season playing one game. Yeah, we absolutely cannot afford to have one game a week. That's why I'm an advocate of the Europa League, because we just need games. We simply need games. That is why I'm an advocate of the Europa League, people. Guys, 44 likes. Come on, 72 in the building. There's definitely 6 people that haven't smashed that like button. So what are you guys playing at? Smash that like button. Free. Take seconds. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Run those likes up to 50. That has got to be the minimum expectation. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new round here. Just 2 subscribers away now from 8,430. If there's 2 of you in there that haven't smashed the subscribe button, please do. And continue to get those likes up. We need to get to 50 and beyond, guys. No excuse whatsoever. Come on, people. We're all in this together. We all want Chelsea to win. We're all Chelsea fans. It's great interacting with you. The community is great on the channel. So yeah, just one small favor I always ask for. Hit that like button and subscribe. 7th isn't Europe as it stands because Liverpool will go out. No, 7th place will be Europe. You get Conference League. It won't be Europa League, but you'll get Conference League. I'd take Conference. No, I would as well, because not because, it's some amazing competition, but because we need games. We've got too many players in this squad that need minutes to develop, and we don't have enough games. Conference League gives us a chance to play a lot of fringe players, a lot of the younger players, and we can have a separate team pretty much for that. We just need games. That is why I'm an advocate for it. I don't think it does feel like last season for me. Trust me, this is a lot better than last season, guys. This is a lot better than last season, 100%. It's not something I've thought about. I am doing a video on this tomorrow, little collab on this. So yeah, that'll be dropping later in the week, where all my thoughts and whatnot will be there. So stay tuned for that, dropping later. And I'll make a little collaboration video about the managerial situation and possible replacements. Do I think England win the Euros? No, I don't think they'll win the Euros. One reason and one reason only. That man is Gareth Southgate. We can put an end to the Arsenal title charge when we play them. Yeah, but that shouldn't be our motivation. Our motivation should be to make sure we qualify for Europe. And as a byproduct, we can then end Arsenal's title hopes. Fantastic. But that shouldn't be our motivation for wanting to win that game. Another manager won't change anything. No. I agree with what's available. Will we be ready for Europe next season if we manage to qualify? Well, yeah, mate. If we can't be ready for the Conference League, then yeah, we really are. We really are in trouble. We really are in trouble if we can't be ready for the Conference League. I believe that we will be ready for the Conference League. If we won against Burnley and Sheffield, we would be above United by now. Yep. If buts and maybes, missed opportunities. That's what this season has been. A tale of inconsistency and a tale of multiple missed opportunities. When will we learn to take our opportunities when they're handed to us? Because right now we've been handed so many opportunities, but we consistently miss those opportunities and don't take advantage of them. We need games and some experienced players to add to our squad. Imagine if Xavi could coach these lot. Look, to be honest, Xavi for me, he's a good manager. He's done well in a difficult circumstances at Barcelona. They could win the Champions League. They could certainly make the final. Obviously, they're not going to win La Liga. He said he's leaving at the end of the season. I think Barcelona's number one priority will be to try and convince Xavi to stay. That's my thoughts on the situation. They're going to want to try and convince Xavi to stay. Let's see Let's see if he does, but I'm not sure he will. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure he will. But let's wait and see anyway. What else is coming in? If you won the Conference League, then we'd have the set 3 European trophies, and we could literally say we have won it all. What I've seen when we play big 6 teams or big teams, we win or draw. Yeah, I think it's because they come out and play against us. We're much better when teams come and play against us. When we have to go and play against teams, we're nowhere near as good. Xabi Alonso is staying at Bayer Leverkusen next season, confirmed, done. He's going nowhere this summer. I expect he does one more season at Leverkusen, and then he'll go to Real Madrid. That's for me. And look, I think he's absolutely made the right decision to stay at Leverkusen. Second season is totally different, a lot harder. Second season, he's going to have Champions League football to test himself in. Teams are going to know what he's about. You're going to have to adapt and whatnot. It's a big season for Xabi Alonso. What I do need to do, though, because I'm a bit of a football shirt nerd, I do need to try and get hold of a Florian Wirtz Bayer Leverkusen shirt from this season. I'll see if that's possible. What time does the team news come in? They normally release the team an hour before kickoff. I doubt I'll still be on here at 7 p.m. But if any early team news does come through, then of course I will cover it. No doubt about it. I will cover it. Let's talk transfers, guys. Let's do a little bit of transfer news. Let's go for the latest on Victor Osimhen, because what else could we possibly do, people? The latest on Victor Osimhen, the Napoli forward. It's an interesting one. I mean, for me personally, I remember at the weekend, I said to me, like, if we're going to spend 100 million plus on a striker, then I think we should put in a bid for Alexander Isak. That's the reality. Look, if you're going to spend that much money, test Newcastle's resolve, put in a big bid for Alexander Isak and see what happens. Because £100 million, I would rather have Isak than Osimhen. Isak, for me, he knows the league. He guarantees you goals, and I think it would be a better investment than Victor Osimhen would be. That's my thoughts on it. But again, it's like I don't see Isak goes. No, I don't think so. We have to wait and see. The big thing for Reece James is how he comes back from this surgery. If he breaks down again and has another injury, then there's conversations to be had. But let's not think of the worst thing. Would Arteta leave Barcelona with Arsenal for Barcelona? I don't know. I'm really not sure. If they approached him this summer, would he? I think he feel like he's got unfinished business at Arsenal. So I think he still feel like he's got more to do. But I could certainly see how the Barcelona job would be of appeal. What are your thoughts about Ollie Watkins? Yeah, top player, having a very good season. Likely to be playing Champions League football next season. I suspect some big clubs may well be circling for him in the summer. I suspect that that could be the case, but I think it's very unlikely that, in my view, that he leaves Aston Villa this summer. Over the next couple of years, if he carries on what he's doing, could he leave Aston Villa? I could absolutely see that happening. Yes, you could definitely see that happening. I'm confused on why we got Jackson, because he's like Nunes. We might as well put in a bid for Taremi. Taremi is signed for Inter Milan, and James might as well be sold in the summer because he's playing one game. No, look, James won't be sold in the summer. Taremi's gone on a free transfer to Inter Milan. Jackson, I actually like Jackson. His all-round play is very good. Finishing needs improvement on. He's still raw. I actually think he's had a pretty good debut season. In my opinion, I think he's had a decent debut season. I really do. I don't think he's done badly at all. Kepa will return, and no, we absolutely do not start him. He's got 1 year left on his contract, and he will be sold. Simple as that. He will be sold, guys. That's the reality of the situation. If we get a striker, I can't wait to see Nkunku in the 10. Yeah, look, Nkunku, I've forgotten about Nkunku. Nkunku will almost be like a new signing for us next season because we've barely been able to see him at all. Get himself fit, hit the ground running in preseason. Let's see what Nkunku can be like playing as a 10 off whatever top class striker we end up bringing in. I don't know who that's going to be. Kepa has to come back because it's the terms of his loan deal, but he'll only have a year left on his contract, and then he absolutely will depart. You know, he'll be sold. I don't know what we're going to get for him. There will be a market for him. I don't know what sort of market it will be. No, Nkunku as a centre forward is not the answer. He needs to play off someone. His best position is as the 10. That's the reality of the situation. In my view. Yeah, Lukaku again. He'll go for £37 million. So I think someone will pay 30. It's £37 million. I think that will happen. I don't see why not. Yeah, but Kepa's not good enough. You know, Petrovic is better than Kepa. He's on his way. Kepa will be leaving this summer, guys. That's the reality. He won't be staying. Guys, 53 likes, 77 in the building. Let's get this up to 60 likes. Come on, people. Keep smashing that like button. Keep hitting that subscribe button as well. It's free. It takes seconds to do. So make sure you do that. Let's get it up. 82 there now. 55 likes. Good job, people. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Let's get this to 60 and beyond. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think because Petrovic has done really well, I think there's a chance that he doesn't. I think there's a chance that, you know, Petrovic will continue. I think Pochettino likes Sanchez and hasn't lost complete faith in him, but it's now not an obvious decision at all. And I think for most people are pretty clear that Petrovic moving forwards is absolutely the number one. No denying it. Next season, I don't have faith in sporting directors to get us a top-class striker. We've been crying out for one for ages. I agree. What do you think of this? Think of this show? Some fans changing their clubs. Mate, one thing you must realise is that these people do all this stuff for attention and engagement and interactions. That's all it is at the end of the day. Petrovic is considered almost 2 goals a game. Yeah, but that's not on him. That's not on him. You know, if you're basing a goalkeeper on the defense that's in front of him, then you know that's not a fair way of summarizing it. You know, yeah, we're terrible defensively. How many goals has Petrovic actually been at fault for? Could have done better in the Sheffield United equaliser. Maybe should have kept that Burnley header out. Other than that, he's not been able to do anything about the goals. I think Petrovic commands the box reasonably well. Look, he's not without his faults, but considering he came in from the MLS last summer and he's not massively experienced, I think he's done well, people. I think he's done well. I really do. I hope he does well. Hope he does well. And I think he absolutely can. I don't think that's true. Is he good enough to win Chelsea a Premier League title? Maybe not. Is he good enough to be a number one for a team looking to qualify for Europa League, get themselves back into the top 4? I absolutely think that's the case. I absolutely think it is. I mean, Osimhen's an option. Gyökeres is an option as well. Yeah, no Disassi today. Charlie, I hope it's not true. Apparently, if Gallagher is given his... No, that's absolutely not true. I don't know where that's been written or what people have been saying that, but that absolutely isn't the case. If Gallagher gets given a new contract, he will obviously sign it. Petrovic's performance affected by our poor backline performance. Yeah, I think that the two go hand in hand. Yep, everyone would. I would agree on that, absolutely. Yeah, no, he absolutely has exceeded expectations. There's no doubt about it. I don't really know what people were expecting from him. I don't really know if people were... I mean, to be honest, if Sanchez hadn't picked up that injury, Like, how often would we have seen Petrovic this season? Not very much. He has 100% exceeded expectations. Absolutely exceeded expectations. There's no denying it, people. Osimhen, not for me. Look, I'm not going to cry about it if Osimhen comes in. Of course I'm not. But it wouldn't be my first choice. That's absolutely clear. I'm concerned about what type of fans that we have at the club if we end up with people that flip-flop every 5 minutes. I wouldn't waste time worrying about that. As I said, people doing it for interactions and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, let me check if there is any early team news. Let's have a look. Any early team news coming out? I don't know if there is. Early team news, what are we saying? I don't think we're saying anything. I don't think there is any early team news. Yeah, no, I don't think there is any early team news at this point in time. Disasi's actually done pretty well this season. I'd say he's been our most consistent defender. I don't think he's anywhere near as bad as some people make him out to be. Look, should he be starting for Chelsea every week? Possibly not. No, but has he been a complete disaster? No, I don't think he has. Oh yeah, he'll be starting. Yeah, Lewis will be starting his watch along at some point soon. Maybe now. Petrovic literally threw the ball into his own. I don't think it was quite. I don't think it was quite like that. If we're going to be honest, I don't think it was quite like that. Osimhen fit to Chelsea. We have really good history. We do. Look, I'm not saying that I'd be against the signing. I'm just saying it's not my first choice, and it's not my personal preference. I've got no idea. No, that just isn't true. He's not been horrendous this season. That just simply isn't the case. Has he had bad games? Yes. Can he, in other areas of his game, that can improve? Yes. Has he been horrendous this season? Absolutely not. One thing to remember is the ages of all these players. I believe they'll only get better next season. Yeah, look, these players will improve for sure. No denying it. I agree with those points. Leadership is key next season because so many games this season we've been unable to see them through because of a complete lack of leadership. That is the reality of the situation. We've been unable to see games through because we lack leadership. Simple as that. Simple as that, people. All I hope is we will be competing for something next season. If not, we'll be losing players. No, we're not going to. No, not that soon. Absolutely not. But if we don't start competing soon, then absolutely, I think players will start to have second thoughts about the project, for sure. But yeah, there is still lots to play for this season. There is still a lot to play for. I mean, our last 5 games, 3 wins and 2 draws, and Everton 3 losses and a draw and a win. Yeah. Yeah, he has got that sort of Rudiger fighting spirit, sort of that gladiatorial spirit. I know exactly what you mean. Paul Tierney is referee tonight. Yeah, I mean, is he? I mean, no, Jurgen Klopp's not a massive fan of Paul Tierney. I can't remember if he's had any major howlers in a Chelsea game or not. I'm sure he probably has at some point. Most refs seem to have done us in at some point along the way. But let's wait and see. What else is going on here? I mean, we're going to need Cole Palmer to step up tonight. There's no denying it. I mean, look at this, by the way. Cole Palmer's last 6 games, by the way, last 6 appearances. assist against Brentford, goal and assist against Newcastle, goal and assist Leicester, 2 goals Burnley, hat-trick against Man United, assist against Sheffield United. So we're looking at what 3, 5, 7, 11 GNA in his last 6 appearances. That is good. That is very, very good. No denying it. And once again, we are going to need Cole Palmer to step up. What else? Yeah, I mean, he's not the next Erling Haaland because they're totally different players, and Haaland is a much better goal scorer than him. But yeah, Palmer's having an exceptional season. His contributions have been massive for us. And yeah, once again tonight, we're going to need Cole Palmer to step up and deliver for us, because if he doesn't step up and deliver for us, or he has an off night, then we are going to be in problems for sure. Guys, 73 in the building, 62 likes. Let's bang this up to 70 likes if we can. Smash the like button. Come on, people. Let's run it up, run it up, run it up. Let's get that done, guys. Get it to 70 likes. We're 8 away, 73 in the building. So keep smashing that like button. It's free and it takes seconds, and it would be greatly appreciated. And guys, 2 more people, please smash the subscribe button, because that would take us to 8,430. And it would be greatly appreciated. So 2 more people, smash that like button, guys. That subscribe button, sorry. Well, yeah, he's played a few minutes, but he barely features. He doesn't get in the team. Simple as that. He does not get in the team. Paul Tierney robbed us in the Liverpool game. Fair. Haaland is more howlers than Jackson, but he's also miles better. Yeah. Oh, was Paul Tierney in charge of that game, was he? The 4-1 at Liverpool, where we got robbed of 2 penalties. Fair. Yeah, that does sound about right. But yeah, Palmer's going to be, as we all know, going to be instrumental to our chances once again. Absolutely no denying that. No denying that whatsoever. 11 GNA in his last 7 games. We need to win tonight. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. At this point, I don't care how we do it. We just must do it. Simple as that. Don't care how we do it. Just make sure you do it. Have we got any? Hopefully Palmer on the right and Jackson on the left. Well, who's going to go through the middle then? Like, it'll be Jackson through the middle, Palmer right, Chukwuemeka or Mudryk 10, Noni on the left for me. No, of course we're not. We'll be lucky to get £30 million for him. That's the reality. We'll be lucky to get £30 million for him. Simple as that. Apparently, there's no Dominic Calvert-Lewin for Everton tonight, reportedly. No Dominic Calvert-Lewin for Everton, supposedly. Let's wait and see if that turns out to be true. But apparently there is there is no Calvert-Lewin for Everton tonight, which would be a plus for us. It probably means that if Calvert-Lewin doesn't play, it means that Beto will play. So yeah, simple as that. But yeah, no early team news has come through yet. It doesn't look like. No early team news. Oh, or is there? No, there's not. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna. What else we got? More fashion shoots and goals, quite possibly for Calvert-Lewin this season. Yeah, absolutely could get 20 Premier League goals this season. He's on 16 at the moment. Yeah, no reason why he can't. But yeah, guys, gonna round this one out here. Big up to everyone that's tuned in tonight. Love for all the support as always. Make sure you smash the likes on the way out. We're on 69 likes. Let's get this as close to 80 likes as we can on the way out. Smash that like button on the way out, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I will catch you lot after the game. Let's hope we get the job done. Let's hope we win. Let's hope we don't let ourselves down yet again and pass up another opportunity. But I'll be back after the game, guys. Live stream then. Take care. Smash the likes on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. All that good stuff. Up the Chelsea and peace out, people.